Hello everybody, I am Bora and this... Hello everybody, I am Oscar.
And I'm Gary.
And this is going to be our review for David Fincher's Gone Girl, which stars Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike, Tyler Perry and Neil Patrick Harris. Now the premise of Gone Girl is that Ben Affleck's wife, played by Rosamund Pike, has gone missing. And during all this media attention thing towards this whole event, it kind of gets turned back round a bit on Ben Affleck, where it may be assumed, maybe, that he might not be 100% innocent. As I said, this is a David Fincher directed film, who prior to this has directed the films like Seven, The Game, Fight Club, Panic Room, Zodiac, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, The Social Network, and the American remake of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, as well as Alien 3, which we like to throw it our way. And this film is also based off a book, and it's written by the author of the book, which is always a good thing to get the person who...
So he has the right knowledge. So there's no good doing a script where the guy doesn't have a clue what he's talking about.
My expectations going into this were pretty high because David Fincher is one of my all-time favourite directors. I've recently been on a David Fincher binge, just preparing myself for this, and I forgot how much I love his films. I mean, of course
You love Fight Club.
Of course I love Fight Club, and of course I love Seven, but I forgot how much I really do like Curious Case of Benjamin Button and The Social Network. And I was also looking forward to seeing Ben Affleck in the film because I mean, I believe in him as Batman, but it's like,
some people don't.
But there needed to be that one film that just made everyone aware, like, yes, he is a good actor, idiots, just to see it.
I was looking forward to it, but not as much as you. Right. You know what I mean by that? Because I don't. It's like, when you said David Fincher's directing, I was like, who's David Fincher again?
Yeah.
And I say, elaborate on that.
Right.
I was looking forward to Ben Affleck. It felt like Ben Affleck actually directed the movie, but that's what I thought first, but that never happened with David Fincher.
Yeah, I can see what you...
I thought it was going to be a Ben Affleck directed movie.
Your thoughts of Gone Girl?
Very, very surprising.
In what way?
I don't want to say too much.
In a good way?
Yes.
Okay, right.
I felt a bit draggy, like at the beginning. Cinematography, I had no problem with the cinematography, especially the opening scenes. I love the opening scenes of that film. I thought from the opening scenes we're going to have a good movie here. Very mysterious soundtrack as well. I wasn't a fan of it, I got to admit, because it was just toned all the time. It was just the same tone and a bit.
We've recently been having that, haven't we, with Rover, Enemy. We've recently been having that with soundtracks, yeah.
Yeah. It's not a good year for soundtracks. At this had. Well, at the moment.
In your opinion?
Yeah, my opinion. Ben Affleck was fantastic in this movie.
I was going to say acting.
Yeah, I was going to say Ben Affleck was fantastic. It gives us a bit of faith towards the Batman role, but I always had faith in him anyway. Rosamund Pike?
Rosamund Pike, yeah.
Rosamund Pike.
Yeah. Actress played Amy.
She was fantastic. She'll be up there in the nominations for this year's Oscars. Well, next year's Oscars.
Well, for this year, yeah.
For this year.
Yeah.
She'll be up there. So will Ben Affleck, I think. To be honest, I want more roles from the police because they just seem to be gone from half of this movie. Like, you see them like not at the beginning, but like
I know, like the first part of
the movie. But after the next bit, you don't hear nothing. I love the police characters. I love them because they have their own suspicions, and I just love that. I just love that from the police.
The police aspect.
The police aspect of the movie, because I'm a big police fan. Some of the characters are a bit annoying. I hated.
Example.
The pregnant chick.
Okay, yeah.
She is so annoying.
I think that was a point. I'm not sure, but I can see what you mean. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it was a point actually. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I didn't really care about the guy, the previous lover.
The blonde dude, Neil Patrick Harris.
The bloody Millionaire.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
I love the house though. That's
Of course you did.
flipping awesome. I don't feel like he took it seriously, actually. Well, yeah, he was fantastic. I love the lawyer because he just felt he was the guy just to keep everybody in check, and he just kept everybody stable and everybody not like he just felt like a funny guy and
good comic relief.
Yeah, and you needed that in this sort of situation.
Oh yeah.
That's what I felt like. That's what I loved about you. He's good.
I was very happy with this film. This was a. I feel this is the kickstarting of the Oscar season for movies for us. I mean, we might have had films out there that have been like, I think that deserves an Oscar, but at the end of the day, most films that have come before now probably won't get Oscars. I mean, I want Grand Budapest Hotel to get an Oscar, probably not. I want Locke to get an Oscar, probably not. I might even want The Rover to get some nominations, but it probably won't. But I think this film is a perfect way to go. Like, yes, this probably will get some Oscar love. And I came away with 3 big things about this film. 1, I want the soundtrack. I want to buy the soundtrack by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I want this soundtrack. This might be my favourite soundtrack of the year, actually. 2, this is Ben Affleck's best performance he's ever given in his life. And finally 3, Rosamund Pike should get Best Supporting Actress in this film. Best Supporting Actress Oscar should be given to Rosamund Pike. Without a doubt. She, as much as I love Ben Affleck in the film, as much as I like his sister's performance in the film, as much as I like Tyler Perry as the lawyer, Rosamund Pike, she stole the show. I was surprised.
She has not
so
a
much.
big name, is she?
I was so surprised about her performance in the film because I'm so used to just seeing her as a British comedic actress. I'm used to seeing her in Johnny English and Johnny English 2. I'm used to seeing her in like The World's End, and then she comes in this American David Fincher drama, and I'm skeptical about of course Ben Affleck will give a good performance because I mean he's done stuff like this before type of deal, but Rosamund Pike has essentially now solidified herself as a talent to be keeping an eye on. She just blew it out the water, and she deserves the Best Supporting Actress Oscar. I'm saying it now in this review. I'm standing by it, and if she doesn't, well, I don't know what I'll do.
Please don't make her like.
I'll shave Gary's head. I just think overall the acting was fantastic in this film. As I said, Ben Affleck probably gives the best performance of his career, I feel, and maybe the best performance of the year. I don't know. I mean, this has been such a good year. It's been a pretty good year for male performances. I mean, Ray Fiennes in Grand Budapest, Andy Serkis in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, blinking Guy Pearce in The Rover, and now Ben Affleck. These are 4 performances which are Tom Hardy and Locke. 5 performances. 5 performances which I'm like, I don't know which to pick out of all these 5 of best of the year so far. Loving the acting. I think this was the driving force of the film. Mainly was the acting. Screenplay. As I said, this was written by the author of the book this film is based on. Did a great job. This was an excellent screenplay, excellent story. The way that everything just progressed. And this is a long film. And I wouldn't say that...
It didn't feel long,
I wouldn't say it goes by quick. You feel the length at the end. But there's like Prisoners, like other films, like Prisoners, like The Raid, it's a long film and you do feel the length, but there's enough content in there to make you entertained throughout the entirety of the runtime. Not once did I feel like it was dragging. It was kind of going along and I was fine with it, I was entertained. But once something happened, which is a major spoiler, once something happened which you would think would be revealed at the end, but no, this was like midpoint in the film near enough. Once that happens, it's near enough a different film. It just kicks off and then it's like the first half was a build up on a roller coaster And then as soon as that thing hits, it's like the dip, and then the rest of the film is just like a 100-mile-an-hour ride, just like, ah! Fincher keeps you in it, like he always does in his films, like in Seven, or like in Fight Club. He keeps you involved in all of his films. Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, these guys have been composing Fincher's films since The Social Network. So it's been Social Network and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and now this. I own the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo soundtrack. I want to own the Social Network soundtrack. And I really want to own this soundtrack. It sets the mood very well. It makes the scenes very tense. There's scenes where there's just... where there's the police detective just searching the house for the first time, and then the soundtrack's just building, and then you feel tense all of a sudden. It's like that. You are like, oh my god, I am now on the edge of my seat. I don't know why, but I am. I wasn't as fussed on the cinematography as you were. I do admit this, there were great shots, but I was never, I was not in love with the cinematography in this film. Tyler Perry, I'm surprised at how good he was in this film, because I mean, we all know him as Medea, and I'm happy to see him in this film, and I'm happy to see him good in the film. When I did see his name pop up in the beginning credits, I was like, wait, Tyler Perry's in this film? I'll trust Fincher. I'll trust Fincher in this. And yeah, that's what you should do. It's becoming like in Nolan we trust. It's becoming like in Fincher we trust now. And another actor which I do like, but I was kind of still a bit skeptical about whether he would be good in the film, which was Neil Patrick Harris. And when I saw his name pop up, I was like, this is odd. I like Neil Patrick Harris. I don't think I've really seen any films with him in it or anything. I haven't seen How I Met Your Mother. I just think he's a likable dude. I just think he's a cool guy. And I was kind of like, oh, is he going to be in this film? But I do admit, he was the weaker part in the film. Like, out of all the main actors. I didn't think he stuck out like a sore thumb. I thought I felt like he belonged there. I just felt like, I don't know, he just felt... And it was just kind of like, I didn't really know what his motive was at some points. It wasn't Neil Patrick Harris. I don't think it was him. It was the character. I kind of had a bit of a...
The character.
The character was the
didn't have a story to him.
Yeah, I didn't know where he was... I didn't know whether I should feel sympathy for him. I didn't know whether I should be creeped out by him. I didn't know whether I should... You know what I mean? I
thought him a bit creepy, but...
At points I did, but then at points I was just like... I don't know. It's like... Again, it wasn't Neil Patrick Harris, it was the character. That's what I felt was the weaker part of the film. The characters weren't traditional. The story was not traditional at all. And the way the film ended, it didn't feel like a traditional ending. It wasn't a simple, that's the film, guys, thank you for watching. It was very much, it was just like, I don't know. It was quite abrupt in a way, the way I was like, oh, it ended. But it wasn't like a bad way. I don't know about the end. It's like the ending, I don't have a problem with the ending, but it felt like, it takes getting used to with the ending. And feelings I had for this, I got tense at some points, I got angry, I got happy, so it's not all doom and gloom, which is something that Fincher is good at, doom and gloom. When there are comedic moments in the film, it doesn't feel unnatural. It's like when Tyler Perry comes into play, and he's more of the comedic relief. It doesn't feel like, hey, I'm the wacky lawyer now. It doesn't. It feels natural and it feels right. Why I like Ben Affleck so much in this film is because he feels natural. He's not all doom and gloom and serious all the time, but he's not always joking around. He just feels like a dude. I wouldn't say a normal dude, or a dude I relate to, because this dude has problems. That's another thing the screenplay does. And Fincher, it makes you doubt sometimes. It makes you actually question Ben Affleck's innocence within this whole situation. There was a moment in the first half which I'm like, wait, should I be rooting for this guy? Should I be wanting this guy to come out on top and all this? And the film flips and flops, and It does so many great things with the characters. Fincher directs this film to, like absolutely fantastically. The soundtrack makes the tone just so good. Like, it gives like an amazing tone to the film. The acting is superb. Absolutely fantastic. You guys heard me praise Rosamund Pike in this film. I mean, Jesus Christ, she was phenomenal in this film. I don't know, I just really like the film, and how I would put it, if you are a Fincher fan, you will love this film. I really liked it, and I highly, highly recommend you see it. There you go. Overall thoughts, Gary, of Gone Girl.
Brilliant movie.
Recommended?
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you like David Fincher or haven't heard of David Fincher, you probably still love it.
This is a good way to get in David Fincher, I'd say.
I haven't. I've seen only 2 films by him, and
7 Fight Club and Social Network.
oh yes, I have. Wasn't a fan of Social Network.
So guys, thanks for watching our review for Gone Girl. We both really liked it. Well, I really liked it.
Okay.
You said you liked it.
I liked it, yeah, not as much as you.
Yeah, I do. I like Fincher. I like me some David Fincher. Thanks guys for watching. And links are down below for Twitter and Facebook for everyone in the Heel Pictures
Get
crew.
out of here.
And until next time, guys, we shall see you later. And goodbye.